context matters, right? You can't just say he said good people on both sides, and he's talking about the neo-Nazis who had the swastika flags and things like that. No, he was very distinctive about what he said. And if you watch the whole thing, which is I did my due diligence to do, right? It's not even an argument anymore. If you watch the whole thing, right? And I made several videos showing the whole video of him saying that except the neo-Nazis and Antifa, right? There's good people on both sides except these individuals, which it makes sense to me, right? No harm, no foul. But the problem is that when it comes to conservative individuals, and I mean white people, as far as them wanting Robert E. Lee, the statue up or whatever he stood for, right? At the end of the day, it's history, right? In order to not repeat history, you have to know history. So that's a part of history. Even though you may not like it, it happened. Just like I don't agree with white people saying, "Oh, we should just get rid of anything that has to do with slavery because it no longer exists." No, that's a part of history. You can't just get rid of it because you don't like it. So that's just what it is. So when it comes to propaganda, the only reason we're complaining about that is because they used it against him as if he was a racist person. It already painted a narrative. Well, he didn't distinguish this, and they played half of the video, right? Which got you basically arguing this non-fact because I mean everybody got everybody got YouTube. You could look it up just like I posted a video. I found it real fast. Like why you can't look it up? I'm not, but you bring up a lot of things that pertain to Trump, and I'm only touching on a couple of facts. I ain't gonna say I forgot. I heard you very well, but like, bro, when you spin, it's hard to tackle like one thing at a time. But basically, when you said the five, right, the Central Park Five, they at the time, right, at the time, not saying now, right, at the time, they admitted it. We all know now the cat's out the bag that yeah, they were forced to, or they were kind of forced or basically how do I say this? They were not adults, so the police had a very much influence on them not testifying but admitting that they did it even though they didn't do it. At the time, I'm from New York, right? I'm a white man, whatever, or a black man, doesn't matter. I see a woman get attacked. I don't know who did it, but these kids come out and say that they did it, right? The truth ain't out yet. At the time, it's like, bro, I want them gone. I want them gone. I'm gonna stand firm on that because I don't agree with women getting raped at the time. Now, would he apologize for it? No, because at the time they admitted it. Right? They were acquitted, yes, but they admitted it at the time. I have to take a stand on my community. If somebody come in my community and rape a woman, I'm gonna feel the same way. Well, if they admitted at the time, I'm gonna feel the same. Get them out of here. You get what I'm saying? And I understand that's when it coming from Trump, it's like, okay, well, it's kind of great, it's kind of racist. But they're not talking about the good things he did. He was a former Democrat, right? He put a lot of black people, they say he did a lot of redlining. He did, well, I don't know anything about that. I'm not going to confirm or deny because I didn't do my research on that. But what I would say is that a lot of people don't talk about the black people he did house that were homeless in the Trump Towers, right? They don't talk about that because it doesn't matter. I want what makes my narrative of him to make more sense. And most people go with that. My thing is, why don't they tear down, right? And I'm not trying to, I'm talking to my boy, my boy Kashmir. I'm not trying to, I'm saying go elsewhere with it. But if that's the case, we should tear down Planned Parenthood. Why don't we tear that down? Margaret Sanger, who is she? Huh? We can't tear that down. It's still up. But people have selective anger. They have selective anger to what they want. I want Robert Lee torn down. We still commit genocide in a womb, but we ain't tearing them down. They still pushing it. And who was that meant for? If you hear Margaret Sanger's teaching, who is she targeting? Planned Parenthood. Who is she targeting? It's still happening to this day, but yet there's no uproar. There's no uproar. Everybody just we chilling. We chilling. But mind you, black people are under attack by our own people. But it was given to us by these white individuals that they speak of, but the lines are blurry here. We want to attack Robert E. Lee, but what about all these other programs that we still partake in, right? And I'm from South Central, so I talk about the drugs and the guns that were unloaded to us. We still partake in it. We know it's wrong. We still do it, but there's no uproar when it comes to that. When we have every right to have anger towards these same exact folks that we talk about racism.